Hi, and welcome to episode 8 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea. I'm the Cat Lady. It's Monday, May 18th. I'm filming a little bit later than I usually do. Usually I try to do it in the morning. So now it's mid-afternoon. It's a very hot day out today in Michigan. Kids are upstairs not sleeping, as usual. So if you hear squawking in the background, it's coming from their video monitor. So forgive me for the interruptions. Also, I'm filming from my iPhone today instead of my camera, so we'll see how that goes. I just can't, I don't know why the video function of my camera constantly stops and does weird things, so I figured let's try the phone, see how that does. I did a mini tutorial with my phone, so we'll see, and that turned out okay. But anyways, please feel free to look me up on all social media, Ravelry, Instagram, Facebook. I am the Cat Lady, 2 T's, Pinterest. I think I have everything the Cat Lady, except for my YouTube channel is Crafty Cat Lady, because the Cat Lady was taken, and as well my email, craftycatlady@gmail.com. So let's get right into it. Congratulations to Lisa. She won the giveaway drawing. It didn't really turn out the way I was hoping. I was hoping to get a bunch more entries than I did, but that was okay. We got like 15 entries that qualified, and I used the random picker generator thingy. And Lisa was the winner, so she picked a scarflet. So I will be knitting another scarflet, and she said she liked either the white with the rainbow specks in it or the black with rainbow specks in it. So I'm actually attempting to do the black with the specks because I have wanted to try dyeing yarn black. So got some black food coloring, and I actually did a sample, so I will show that later. Next, I'd like to do another giveaway, and I was kind of talking to a few people on the Ravelry group, and they'd like a Ravelry specific giveaway, which would be good. A pattern was suggested, such as giving away a pattern. So either I pick a pattern, or I say, okay, any pattern that's $5. I don't know. I gotta research it a bit and see what something decent cost wise. I don't want to, obviously I don't want to invest too much money because I don't have a lot of money. So, but I want it to be someone to pick out something nice. But I'd like to get the Ravelry group a little more active. It's slowly in there. I mean, I got, I think, 40-something members. Getting a little more conversation here and there, a few more comments, but it's pretty slow. So, again, if I'm going to do a giveaway, I want it to be substantial. I want a decent amount. I want 2 people to enter. Great odds of winning at that point, but, the point is to get more recognition and spread the word of who I am, and just promote the Cat Lady. So that'll be on the horizon. So if you are on Ravelry, check out the Cat Lady podcast group. Just do a search for it, or it's on my profile page, which I'm the Cat Lady, all one word, 2 T's. So on to our finished objects. If you haven't noticed, I'm wearing my shawl that I finished this weekend. Excuse me, I have a little cold also this weekend, so I'm very excited that I finished this because I didn't really want to do anything this weekend. I just wanted to lay down and sleep, but I did. This Picot edge border was not fun, and it wasn't bad, but it took 2 solid sessions of knitting to sit down and do all these little picots at the edge, but of course it's like well worth it. It looks great. So and then I blocked it. Of course it's a wrinkled mess before I blocked it, so it's just a nice little scarflet. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. I love this project. This was a good project. I would do another one of these. Again, it's the Sunlight Shawl for Sad People. Use it as just a little wrap, shoulder wrap. If I wanted to. So I'm still not 100% sure what to do with the ends when I'm wearing it as like the neckerchief kind of style, because I feel like the wind blows, they kind of blow off my shoulder, or I mean, they're long enough, I think. I wouldn't want them much longer, but I feel like they're not necessarily sturdy. I don't know if I tie it on a knot in the back. I don't know. I've never worn one of these before, but it's cute. I like it. It's perfect for, you know, springtime. You know, I kind of like wearing it with the tank top. Just kind of a decorative accessory. So very excited to have that finished. I finally finished my daughter's thank you cards for her birthday party. However, I bought them. Cute. I like them. But I was going to make them. I was going to have them after party. But I don't know. I figured this was kind of a pink, splotchy, kind of colorful one with the theme. So, but they were really cute. Target. So it is what it is. I got them done. Got them out. Had her sign her name on all of them. So just went with her to school today. A couple got to put in the mail. Well, that's good. We went to another birthday party on Saturday, Chuck E. Cheese. That was interesting. So it was fun. Kids had fun. I've actually never been to Chuck E. Cheese before. So, but arcade, you know, skee ball, weird games, tickets, cool tokens, all that stuff. But we had pizza and cake and got to meet Chuck E. Cheese. So yeah, that was fun. So next finished object was I have a mitered square done. So as I mentioned, I was dyeing a bunch of sample little hanks of yarn to kind of test out with the dyeing process. And so I started my squares. So this is the front. I got my red purple square done. I'm working on the blue orange square. Yeah, it looks cool. I like it. Joining the squares. I hate picking up stitches. I've just really never been good at it. This turned out okay, but I just don't like picking up stitches. So it took me 3-4 times to do this, because then I do it, and then the way I did the cast, I did a knitted cast on so you pick up 21 stitches along your side, and then you cast on another 20 across the top here, and then when you're decreasing, it kind of folds itself in itself. So you start with a straight line, and then it kind of comes on in. Maybe that's what mitered means. I don't know. So apparently I'm never going to have an uninterrupted show. So that was my daughter looking for something that her daddy took out of her room. He didn't think anyone would notice. Anyways, where was I? So the mitered square, the cast on. Okay, so I did a knitted cast on to begin with, and I did it like, you know, like I said, I redid this like 3 or 4 times. Every time I did the knitted cast on, it was just way too loose. It was like leaving all these loops at the top. So then went back and did I think it's called a cabled cast on. Basically you insert the needle between the 2 stitches and then do your loop and pull it around and put it on. So it's kind of like a knitted cast on, except instead of going through the loop, you're going between the 2 loops. So that gave me a nice tight edge that looks the same as my long tail cast on for the first one. So yeah, so that was like take 4. And the join looks alright. It's pretty even. And yeah, this one's coming along good, so it's almost done. So, and I have all my little bowls rolled up in here in my bag. So yeah, and I had a decent little amount left over, so I'm hoping the one that I think is a little short might still make it. So I might not do a long tail cast on for that one, because I always end up with like way too much leftover yarn. So if I do a knitted cast on or cable cast on or whatever, I'll keep a short tail, so I'll use every scrap I can. So so yeah. So I got, let's see, how many balls do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5 more of those before I have to make a new batch, which I might start on that sooner anyways. So yeah, that's coming along, and this is just going to be like a continued work in progress for who knows when, until I decide it's big enough, or I'll throw a blanket, whatever. So that's nice. This is a nice little project to travel with and put in my bag, so that's perfect. So those were all the actual finished stuff. Half finished, in progress. So I can't commit to this Swift. I can't commit to taping this down. So far I'm just using it on top. It's heavy enough that it just, you know, as I'm pulling this off, it just goes the way I want it to go. So, I mean, it's working just fine for what I need it. Again, I need to figure out if I can make some sort of modification on top to do smaller hanks. And then this is a 60-inch, I think. So ideally I'd like to do a 2-yard hank, which would be 72. So I don't know. I'm probably going to go back to the PVC, but for now this is working great. So I will just, you know, keep that in my back pocket to use when needed. So, and you know, for the small, tiny little ones that I just wound up, I use the Tinker Toys again, which it was a pain in the butt, but especially since I was hand winding it into the balls, and the Tinker Toys were kind of funky. So yeah, there's my Swift, and here's the black that I dyed with the black food coloring. It's probably hard to see on the camera that it's black. I mean, it kind of has a reddish undertone to it when you look at it in the light, but it's black. I mean, I asked Emily what color it was. She said it was black. So, and then there's the white patch here that's gonna be the colors. So I'll do the rainbow colors in there. And I found a tip online. Tomboy Knits, I think, is the website. It's a blog. So, but she did what she called unicorn farts, which I really don't like that term. I get it, it's rainbow, whatever, but I just don't like it. So anyways, but she uses the food coloring to dye this little stripes, and I think she uses acid dyes too, but she used a xanthan gum, or guar gum, I think, for hers, to thicken the solution, the dye solution, to prevent this, like, bleeding as much. So this, you know, this was dyed in a pot, and this part was left out, so it wasn't hand painted or anything. But as far as doing the stripes, I noticed when I did my rainbow striped little skein, the bleeding was just atrocious, and it left a big murky brown spot. So I'm gonna try the thickener. So I have a water thickener solution in the fridge, because I'm curious if it gets thicker as it sits, or if it's just maintains that thickness, because I don't want to sit it in the fridge and then it get too thick. So far it's been in there a day, and it's the same thickness. So we're gonna try that, and we'll try that with this guy. We'll mix up, but I want to mix up my solutions of dye and then not waste them all, because I'm gonna use 2 squirts of each color for this. So we'll do that. Maybe I'll set it in the microwave this time, since it's so small, instead of doing the pot. I do like doing it I do like steaming it in the pot. I feel like, I don't know, something about putting plastic wrap in the microwave and it smells funky, and I don't know, so. But the steaming in the pot takes a lot longer. It takes 2 to 4 minutes in the microwave, as opposed to 30 minutes in the pot. So that's work in progress. Swift is a work in progress. Okay, my Plarn. I haven't touched it. I did a mini episode tutorial last week, and I showed it off. I showed how I made the Plarn and got it all together. And then I showed what I was working on, and yeah, I haven't touched it. Still the same place. So it's kind of just, it's really stiff. So, you know, which is good for a sturdy bag, but as far as trying to knit on it, it's kind of, I'm doing magic loop on this, because it's a circle, I'm knitting circular, so. So it's just trying to knit with it. It just doesn't move fluidly, you know, it's kind of just, you gotta like tug at it. So I'm gonna push it up here. So it's kind of slow going, so. I knit continental, as you can see, so I feed the yarn, hold the yarn with my left hand. So it's just slow moving. It's not whipping through stitches like I would yarn. So it's just they don't move. Plastic could be slippery maybe, but I don't know if I need bigger needles. I feel like it's still kind of meshy. I feel like I'd want to even step it down a needle, but so plastic needles maybe, bamboo, I don't know. So yeah, I'll work on that again eventually. I want to get this done. I do want to get it done. I mean, I have all this. What else am I gonna do with it? throw it straight in the recycle bin, I guess. Up next, like, what needs to be done soon is I still need to work on David's shirt. I haven't made a design. So his birthday is in a couple weeks, so we're not doing any big party or anything, but I still want to have a shirt. I'll take his picture on the chair like I did for Emily. I need to work on their movies. Again, this is the problem. I have no deadlines, not pressing, so I'm like, oh, I can do it later, I can do it later. So usually I have a party that I need to get these movies done by, so I'm cramming everything together. I'm staying up late and getting them done. So now I'm kind of like, I'll get it done. So I'll get them done. I really want to cast on a pair of socks. I have the sock yarn that I had probably shown in the first or second episode. Just some cheapy Premier yarn. It's a fun, like, stripy pattern yarn, so I want to get those cast on. So maybe the June knit along. I'm sure the knit and chat group on Facebook's gonna have a June knit along, so maybe I'll wait and do that one. So maybe I'll hold off a little bit longer. But I really want another pair of socks. I really loved the first pair, my first functional pair of socks. I really love them, so I'd like to make another one and more after that. So those are the things that are pressing next in line. Yet another interruption. My husband was calling, so he can wait. Probably calling to apologize about taking Pikachu out of Emily's room. Anyways, so June 13th is Worldwide Knit in Public Day. So my area, the Metro Detroit area, is having a little event on that day. It's gonna, I don't know, I think there's just gonna be some vendors there, and we're just gonna be hanging out knitting, and I really want to go. I have my mom and family coming over later that day, so I don't know, it's gonna be a stretch if I can make it. So it's about an hour-ish drive from where I am. So my friend from upper mid-Michigan is coming down, and I really want to see her too. So I'm hoping I can come by in the morning. It starts at 10 o'clock, I think. So it's like if I can come from like 10 to noon, 10 to 1, maybe 10 to noon, and get home by 1, set up for my little gathering I'm having later. Maybe that would work. I don't know. So I'm going to talk to my husband about that too, because he's probably going to be freaking out if I'm leaving all morning and we're having people over. So maybe if I get the house super clean on Friday and get everything prepped the night before, then I can just go, and maybe I could bring Emily. I don't know. So it's kind of a long drive, and you know, she's kind of all over the place. So maybe everyone could come. I don't know. And there's a registration fee, and I don't know what that's for, because it includes like food and stuff. But it's like, what if I don't eat? Can I just come hang out and knit and check out the vendors? I don't know. So I gotta look into that more. But I really want to go to that. So if not, I'll just have to go to Starbucks in the morning and knit, just so I'm participating in my knitting in public duty for that day. So yeah, they pass out that little flyer at my knit group I go to occasionally, and they're like, "What do you think we're doing now?" I'm like, yeah, we're always knitting in public, so we meet at Panera. So I've been a part of that group for 5 or so years, but it's like I go for a while and then I stop for like a year, and then I go for a while and I stop for a year, because you know, it's just sometimes, well, basically I started before I got pregnant, and then I had Emily and stopped going for a while, and then I got back in my groove again and went for a little bit, and then I think I got pregnant with David, and then yeah, so in and off of that. So but they're a fun group of ladies, and they always welcome me back whenever I leave and come back, so it's a lot of fun. Speaking of my knit group, we had a yarn swap night last week. So I dropped off like two bins, like a bin and a large bag full of just scrappy acrylic stuff that it's been sitting there for like years. So finally got rid of some of that. I picked up some, of course I couldn't leave without bringing anything, but the lady that runs the group, she's like, take it. She was working on this shawl like a year or so ago, and she just got sick of it. She didn't like it. She doesn't typically work with this thin of yarn. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, I mean, it's not super, it's a 2, so on the thinner side. But I'll probably take out the shawl, because she said she didn't have a pattern. She was just kind of going, winging it, and not sure what she was doing. So I'll probably take that out. But I got, yeah, so like 3 or 4 skeins of this. It's Lamb's Pride Superwash Sport, 100% wool. Corn Silk Seconds. So it looks like it might have been I don't know what seconds exactly is, our leftovers, whatever, but it's just 100% wool, and it's like a variegated orangey yellow, so it's very nice. I like it. So another shawl might come from this, maybe another one of these or something, but so yeah, and she said take the needles, because she doesn't like using small needles. So these are size 6, so it looks like a fixed circular. They look like nice needles. So that was one of my steals. And then another thing I picked up was just a Red Heart Eco Recycled Blend. I don't know, just I have another skein of this, different color, but it's relatively soft acrylic, and it's a full skein. It's beige. Figure I can do something fun with that. Maybe the other one's cream colored. Maybe I can do something with both. So that was that. And then I got these things, which I don't know if I'll use them or not, but they sounded cool. I could have used this when I was doing my Doctor Who scarf. This is a fringe maker, tassel maker. So yeah, this would have been perfect, since instead I'm just like randomly wrapping it around a book and cutting it and figuring it out. This would have been great. So this is a tassel fringe maker, and then a pom-pom maker. It says jumbo pom-poms. I don't know if there's different sizes in here. I haven't really delved into this, but so jumbo instructions for making jumbo pom-poms. I don't know if I can make smaller ones too, or if it's just jumbo ones. To make a 3.5 inch pom-pom, 4.5 inch. Okay, so yep, 3.5 or a 4.5. So it'll make big pom-poms. So I don't know if I'll read that. Oh, actually, it looks like these might be smaller ones too. Those might be just the instructions for the big one. So it looks like there might be 2 smaller ones in here too. No clue. I have to look through this. And I'm, usually I made a pom-pom for my little bunny tail, and I just wrapped it on my fingers, so this will be fun if I get those to work. So that was my steal from the yarn swap, so that was fun. So looking through everyone's discards, and yeah, all my stuff went, so what I had, it was all just real basic acrylic. It was white, it was pink, it was blue, it was like nothing weird. It was all just real, and a lot of stuff, a lot of them ladies make baby blankets and stuff, so it was perfect for that. So yeah, it all went. And now I have a little more room for new stuff. So, and speaking of new stuff, I snagged this stuff, and I thought it was pretty. So it's pretty, called Tropics Landscapes. It's acrylic, Lion brand. I like Lion brand. I'm usually pretty happy with their stuff, but it does look, it's kind of almost like a twirl, twisted roving. So I don't know, it might pill and stuff, but it's fuzzy. And I love that bright pop pink in there. There's some teal and orange and purple and green. It's like all my favorite colors like rolled into one skein of yarn. So no idea what I'm gonna make with it, and I don't know, but I got 2 of them. So I got 147 yards. So we have like 300 yards ish to do something with. So I gotta start looking on Ravelry and find something to do with that. So that was all my new stuff. I mentioned a couple episodes ago, I mentioned I had a remnant piece of fleece that I thought maybe I'd make a poncho with, but I didn't have enough. So I'm thinking of making the CATT some mats for their cat carriers. So this would be plenty to make just two mats, and they'll turn white with cat hair probably, but they're nice and soft and cozy. It just looks like something cozy that they can lay on, so I think they'll like it. So I'm not sure what else to do with that fleece, so it's gonna be that. So I think that's all I got. I think we're running a little short today, maybe not, I don't know. I've been interrupted enough, and after I splice everything together, maybe it'll be long enough. So forgive my coughing and sniffing and the interruptions this week, but stay tuned for a giveaway hopefully sometime soon, and just look me up on Instagram and Facebook and see what I'm doing throughout the week. And I hope everyone has a good week. Like I said, it's a 80-degree day here in Michigan, so it's actually finally getting nice. And then it's going to go down to 60 tomorrow, which isn't bad, but I mean, this up and down, it's just driving me crazy. So, yeah, we went to the zoo last week, and it was like 66, which, again, it was like 60s, mid-60s by midday, and perfect for the zoo, but it's like I was wearing a sweater to the zoo in May, so and then I got sick after that, so I'm blaming the weather for my crappy immune system. So, hoping this passes, and next weekend is Memorial Day weekend, so that might delay the episode probably. Usually I record on Monday morning-ish, afternoon, and then I try to get posted by Monday late afternoon. So next week I'm probably move it to Tuesday. We'll see, because I don't want to record while my husband's watching and while my kids are running around. So so stay tuned for next Tuesday. So with that, I bid you farewell. Have a good week. Thank you. Oh, hey, it's me again. Sorry, I totally sat down and started loading my videos and forgot to show my clip this week. So here's my clip of the week. It is a Pokeball, which kind of goes with my theme apparently today of talking about Pikachu earlier. So there is my Pokeball, which we tell Emily is Pikachu's home. And she's got this little Pikachu doll that she keeps in her room, a little figurine. An amiibo, if you want to allow me to geek out for a second. My husband has a few amiibos that go with the Wii U. So anyways, so that's my clip of the week, and that is all I have. See you later. Bye-bye.